Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com.
How much is the measurement of Yad Soledes? Throughout the laws of cooking in Hilchos Shabbos, both in the Talmud and the Poskim, we find the term of Yad Soledes used in regard to the temperature of a food, and understanding its proper definition is vital for implementing the halachas in which this definition is relevant. And many ask, practically, what is the definition and how do I implement the halachas that I learned? So first and foremost, let us first clarify the halachic ramifications in which the term Yad Soledes takes play in. First and foremost, it's regarding heating a food on Shabbos. It's written in the Gemara in Shabbos 40b, recorded in the Shulchanaruchharav chapter 318, that a general rule in the laws of cooking is that an item cannot cook with heat that's less than Yad Soledes. Due to this rule, it's written in the Shulchanaruch that it is permitted to heat a food to less than Yad Soledes on Shabbos, even if this food generally contains a cooking prohibition, so as long as the food will not reach Yad Soledes by the time Shabbos is over. So for example, you're allowed to pour warm, non-Yad Soledes water directly onto a bag of tea or any other food without needing to resort to Kli Shlishi or Kli Sheni, etc. Likewise, you're allowed to add salt to your non-Yad Soledes pot of soup, even if it is a Kli Rishon and still warm, even though in general we don't add salt into a Kli Rishon. Another case example, you're allowed to add cold water to a hot mikveh if the mikveh water is not Yad Soledes. Likewise, when they reheat a moist food in an area near the blech or on top of a pot, if the food will not reach Yad Soledes by the time Shabbos is over. Another case of ramification is for Sfardim, regarding reheating liquid foods on Shabbos. According to all Poskim, so long as the food is not cooled down below Yad Soledes, it may be reheated without a cooking prohibition. And according to Sfardim, if it reaches below Yad Soledes, you can't reheat it anymore. So let's say I took a pot of soup off the blech and now I want to put it back in the blech on top of an upside down pot. If the soup is still Yad Soledes, it's mutter according to everybody. If it's not Yad Soledes, it's also for Sfardim to do so. So what is the definition of Yad Soledes? So the Gemara in Masechah Shabbos 40b, and as is recorded in the Mechaber in the Shulchanarch 3:18-14, answers this question and says the Yad Soledes is not the amount of heat that your finger would be scalded from, or that you would remove your finger from standing on such heat, but rather the amount of heat that would burn the stomach of a baby. Babies have a lot more sensitive skin, otherwise known as baby skin, and their handling of heat is a lot less tolerant than an adult. The problem with this definition is that how on earth do we determine what this heat is? Are we really being asked on Shabbos to pour this food onto a baby's stomach and see if they get a burn? So the Poskim deal with this dilemma and give us two options of measurement. One option of measurement is to determine Yad Soledes as the amount of heat that your finger cannot comfortably remain in for a long time. Meaning, even if when you touch it right away, you don't instinctively pull back your finger because it's not that hot. But once you begin staying there for a little while, you begin realizing, wow, this is getting hot and I'll take my finger out. That's the definition of Yad Soledes. But water which is, or any food which is below this level of heat, and you have no problem comfortably leaving your finger on it even for a long time, is considered less than Yad Soledes. This definition is recorded in a number of Svarim and Poskim and is mentioned as the practical way that the Chassam Sofer used to measure Yad Soledes on Shabbos. A second offered definition is brought in the Ben Ish Chai, the Kitz Shulchanarch, the Kaf HaChaim, and that is a measurement of heat that enters your mouth. Any heat that you feel comfortable eating, it's not too hot, you don't have to blow in it, you don't have to swish it back and forth until you swallow it, but rather you put it in your mouth, you chew and you swallow right away like you normally do, it's not that hot. That's considered below Yad Soledes, while if it's hot enough to avoid entering your mouth or to require the swishing back and forth and cooling off, then it's considered Yad Soledes and has the restrictions we mentioned above. In degrees, we find a major debate amongst Poskim regarding the exact amount of degrees to define Yad Soledes as. Some of today's Poskim say it's considered 40 degrees Celsius, so is the ruling of the Chazon Ish. That's 104 Fahrenheit. Others, the Eigus Moshe says it's 43 degrees Celsius, which is 109 Fahrenheit. Others, the Minchas Yitzchak says that it's 45 degrees Celsius, which is 113 Fahrenheit. Practically, the custom of many is to measure Yad Soledes by 45 degrees Celsius. However, regarding Sfardim who are machmir not to reheat a soup that has reached below Yad Soledes, they should be stringent with 71 degrees Celsius. Practically, however, this is all theoretical, as as it's forbidden to measure a temperature on Shabbos even with a non-digital thermostat, as recorded in chapter 306, halacha 18. And therefore, practically on Shabbos itself, for one to determine whether something's Yad Soledes or not, they should either use the method of the finger, as we explained, or the method of the mouth. Is it too hot to put in your mouth or not, to determine whether the food is below Yad Soledes or still above it.
Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com. Our free services of making Torah knowledge available to the public depends on donors like you. Please help us continue our work through making even a small contribution at Shulchanaruchharav.com under the Daily Halacha Dedication section or in the subscription page. Also, check out our online courses and many sefarim available for purchase that will both enhance your Torah knowledge and help support our work.